So this here is a seed starting tray. We use this one here. We're going to use today. We're going to start tomatoes for in our garden. I'm going to explain how we do it and why we do what we do with the tomatoes. So first thing you got to do is fill it up naturally. And this soil mix is the same soil mix we use for everything. We don't use special mix for, we don't use a special mix for seed starts versus potting mix versus whatever. It's all the same. It doesn't make any difference. The only thing we would do different is if we was doing perennials, we'd get something that's a little woodier. This isn't real woody. So when you fill it up, you didn't get to see that, but when you fill it up first time, you got to poke it down in. I usually just poke it in with my fingers and fill it up again. Poke it in with my fingers. Level it back off. Try to keep it as fairly clean. Then poke it again. And these trays we reuse and reuse and reuse. We probably had this tray here for 4 or 5 years. You want to make sure you have good soil in there. Bigger sticks like this one, you get them a lot of times. I take them out. We got a little compost thing we keep there. Just make sure, you gotta make sure you have good soil in the cell. Good heavy cell tray. Some of them flimsier ones that you buy nowadays, you can't pack it in that hard, or it'll and I usually get that out. So some of the newer flimsy ones you can't pack it in as hard as you can these older ones. Reason being is they're flimsy, and you'll push it out, it'll actually bulge this. It'll bulge that bigger than the top is. So then you can't get your dumb seeds out. You'll rip the roots trying to get them out of there. Trust me, I've done it. Don't work real well. Right now I'm just dibbling it to put the seeds in. This is going to be 4 different varieties of seeds. These are all going to be in our garden. We started them late. Actually, we didn't start them late. When my beautiful bride was taking them out of the cell trays the other day, she potted up tomatoes that was for us for the auction. So now I got to start mine over again, which is all right. They'll just be 2 weeks later and I planted them a little bit, but it's no big deal. They'll all come out in the wash.
It will be what it will be.
Pretty much. So that's all we got to do. And you need roughly 1/4 inch deep. Some of these are deeper than that. Some's not quite as deep, but I'll cover them up with vermiculite. And when I do that, I'll explain to you why. Normally she does the seeds and not me. But since she's being the videographer, you know, you got to take one for the team once in a while. I need 14 of these. These are red brandywines from Johnny's. We usually, most of our time, we buy our seeds from Johnny's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need these 2 rows plus 2 cells. Tomato seeds, for the most part, are pretty little. They're not real big. I don't know if that's focusing or not. Hopefully it is. Focus. You just drop one in each. If these were older seeds, I might put 2 in or 3 in a cell just to make sure. But these are fresh this year. And when you start seeds like this, they don't need light right away. They just need good soil contact. So those are the brandywines. I need to put a tag in there so I don't forget where they are. So I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna have her set the camera down and have her give me a hand. And I'll explain to you a little bit more here in a minute. So we've got everything marked and labeled, so we started here. This is what you've seen me put in. And then she put in the rest. So this from here to here is the brandywines, and from here to here is the Amish paste, and there's the sun gold or sun sugar or whatever, and the rest is sweet 100s. We always put that at the beginning of each section. They're all done as far as being seeded goes, so we always cover the tops with vermiculite. And I do this because they hold water. When you first plant your seeds, they need to be in good soil contact, and this is pretty fine. I don't know if you can see how fine that is, but it's extremely fine. I think the next time I buy this, I'll get a coarser, like a medium or something. It helps keep the bugs out of your soil, and it just helps it hold water, and it gives it good seed to soil contact. If they don't have good contact, they won't germinate. I just sprinkle this over the top. You've seen me do this in other videos, but when we buy a bag of this, we plant a lot of seeds, and the bag we've got, it's almost empty. It'll probably get us through the rest of this season. We'll have to buy for next year, but it's lasted. That's probably our third or fourth year with that bag, so it goes a long way. And it's fairly cheap. It's probably $10 or $12 a bag is all it is for like a 50-pound bag of it. Or it was when we bought it. Of course, with the prices of stuff the way they are now, it's probably triple that. But and that's really all there is to it. So now I'll just take it over here on the bench and water it in. And I've shown you how to do that before too. I'm going to show you again. We'll take these in the house and put them in the room we have set up, and I may show you that here after a bit. You always start the water out here so it gets all the drips out of it. Give it a good dusting quick so it waters down the vermiculite, get it wet, and then you can turn the pressure up a little bit if you want to. If you water these good, I'll do that several times and let it soak in. If you water these good, you shouldn't have to water them again until they germinate. Once they germinate, we'll pop the dome off the top, then we'll germinate or water them good again. And that should be done. That's so in about a week or less, you'll see these sprouting out. It don't take them long to sprout. We got good seeds, good soil, and vermiculite. I think the vermiculite's the ticket that saves you all the aggravation with seed starting, is the vermiculite. But anyways, that's how we started tomato seeds. So, okay, so there they are. We brought them in the house. Put a dome over top. It's just a dome. You can buy these anywhere. We usually get ours from the local nursery supply place. We'll stick the dome over it. These work better with homemade tags to these ordered tags because they actually keep it up a little bit. But you don't need a dome. We usually use them, but you don't need one. So we put them there, and then we it'll be home right there it'll be home there for days, for about a week or two. It'll be right there till they start sprouting. Once they start sprouting, we'll take these off, take the dome off, and then a few days later, once they sprout a little bit, we'll take them to the greenhouse so they have their natural light that they need. So that's going to do for the seed starting. I'll get back to you in a few weeks on another stage in making perfect tomatoes, but that's definitely stage one, is starting your seeds. Until we meet again, take care and God bless.